Welcome to Meet the Candidate with your host, Sue Lonnie Madsen. Meet the Candidate is your opportunity to see local candidates and hear about the experiences that have shaped their lives. Meet the Candidate is a nonpartisan community project brought to you by our friends at Greater Spokane Incorporated, Ponderosa Republican Women's Club, We Believe, We Vote, and Better Spokane. Now, here's Sue Lonnie.
Okay. Welcome to Meet the Candidate. My guest for this session is Tom Konis, who is running for Spokane County Assessor. Welcome, Tom.
Thank you very much for having me.
And this is a good opportunity for introducing yourself to voters, starting with where did you grow up and go to school?
Well, I was an Air Force brat for 14 years.
We've had a lot of military
retired
kids.
Air Force.
Yeah.
So I was born in Chicopee Falls, Massachusetts. I went to 14 different schools.
Oh, wow.
We moved around a lot. It was during the Vietnam War, and Dad would get shipped out, and we would come back to Spokane because this is where my mom was from.
Oh, okay.
We moved back here in 1972. I graduated from Cheney High School and have been here ever since.
Okay. What were some things that really drew you in at Cheney High School?
I was an Eagle Scout, thanks to my very pushy mom, but I also was very active in the music program, especially in the choral program, and I actually took that into my first major job, which was as a singing waiter. I was a singing waiter
Really?
at a restaurant called Grambo's on Mount Spokane for 7 years.
I vaguely remember that restaurant. Yeah, I didn't even know they had singing waiters
Yes,
up there.
we did.
Was there some common a tune that people asked for?
No, we did a lot of show tunes, John Denver, things like that, Gordon Lightfoot.
That's a really interesting first job.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
From there, I went and worked hotel management. I was in that business for a while, both as a banquet manager and as the food service manager for a couple of the major hotels here in town.
What was most of your education and training after high school on the job?
On
or
the
did you do
job.
some-
I did a couple of years of college and then met my wife, who also had gone to Cheney. We will be celebrating our 40th anniversary Sunday.
Cool.
So we have four lovely daughters and nine grandkids, and thankfully they're all here in town also.
Oh, that's a blessing. That is a blessing.
It truly is.
So have you, besides that 14 schools growing
Mm-hmm.
up, is there some other travel that's travel that impacts you, but are there some travel impacts that you bring to life?
Well, we like to travel around locally more than anything international or anything fancy like that, but our favorite place has been Hawaii. We've been there both for our 25th and for our 35th anniversary. We had planned on going this year, but I've kind of messed that up with this campaign because this has taken a lot of time.
Campaigns do tend to take over life.
So we're
Yes.
planning a trip in March, irregardless.
Well, I think from the Pacific Northwest, Hawaii counts as locally.
Yes, I do too, and it's a lot of fun.
So what prompted you to run for elected office?
Well, after working in the hotels, I sold real estate for a few years, and then thought I'd get into appraisal. And you have to apprentice to become a fee appraiser, and
Okay.
and I was having difficulties finding someone to apprentice under after I'd had my classes, and then a job opened up at Spokane County in 1993. I took the job, started September 1st for a position that was funded until December 31st of that same year. Thankfully, the position got refunded, and I have been there a little over 24, almost 25 years now.
And that position is in the
Assessor's
in the
office.
assessor's office.
I started as a residential appraiser, and now I'm the commercial industrial appraiser for Spokane County.
Okay, so part of the last question I always get to is about the duties of the office, but let's talk about that a little bit now because it's not one that people are really familiar with, perhaps.
Yeah, we really are what they call a down ballot position. The only time people really pay attention to us is once a year when they get their change of value card that
Right.
comes from us, and then they wonder what in the world do we do.
So besides sending out postcards to people about change in value, what else do you do?
We have 230,000 parcels that we value. Between the real and the personal property, because we also do the business personal property values. We manage all of the property tax exemption programs, the senior and disabled programs, the current use, which includes farm and ag, timberland exemptions, things to that effect.
Mm-hmm.
We have our segregation department takes care of any property segregation. So if you buy a large piece of property and want to cut it up into some smaller buildable lots, that has to all go through us. And we also calculate the levies that your taxes are based on information that we gain from the different taxing districts as far as their budgets and things go.
Okay. I think you've kind of answered some of the questions about why should voters choose you, because you've talked a lot about your extensive experience in the assessor's office. But I want to be sure and give you enough time to make your pitch. Here's your campaign pitch. Why should voters choose Tom Konis for their Spokane County assessor?
I am the most knowledgeable candidate for this position. I know all aspects of the job. I have 100% support of the current employees in the office, including the current assessor, Vicki Horton, who actually asked me to run for this position. She's stepping down, and she's picked me to take her spot, we hope.
Okay. What have you been doing as far as your campaign outreach?
Boy, I have never been involved in politics before. I don't want to be anything other than the assessor. I don't have any other political aspirations. It really actually came as a surprise when Vicki approached me on it. So I've been out meeting people, been out trying to learn all the processes, including all of the Public Disclosure Commission processes and everything else involved. And it's been fun. I enjoy it. It is close to another full-time job, which I already have one because I currently work in the assessor's office. But
right.
And then also, of course, trying to appease my wife by getting all the honeydew projects done at home as well. But it's been a lot of fun.
It's been a lot of fun. Well, I'm glad that you are enjoying your campaign, and wish you the best of luck as you continue to make the case for why to vote for Tom Konis for Spokane County Assessor.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you for
appreciate
coming.
your time.
Thanks for watching Meet the Candidate. Spokane Talks thanks our community-minded partners, Greater Spokane Incorporated, the Ponderosa Republican Women's Club, We Believe We Vote, and Better Spokane for helping make Meet the Candidate possible.